Welcome to my shop. My name is Guy. Today I'd like to talk to you about dust collection. Now, some of you may or may not know my shop here is mobile. In other words, I have to take apart all the stuff in the center, move it to the one side so my wife can park her car in here. And how that affects my dust collection is I'm not able to hard plumb any lines to my tools for dust collection or permanent dust collection. So what I had was I had the 17-foot long 5-inch hose with reducer and then a quick disconnect. And every time I wanted to get dust collection to a tool, I'd have to go underneath, disconnect it, move it to the next machine, reconnect it, and then start the dust collector up. Kind of a pain in the butt. But today I'm going to take care of that. I'm going to start by ripping 2 strips 5.5 inches wide, and then I'm going to cross cut it to 24 inches long. With the starter hole cut, I can take my jigsaw and rough cut out these circles. I'm going to stay inside this part for the line. Well, after a little bit of time with the spindle sander, I was able to get these so the blast gates fit in there real nice and sweet. I've cut the sides to fit on this and I've got it clamped up temporarily. I'm going to be attaching the sides and the bottom with biscuits, and I've laid them out on here. They're number 0 biscuits, and I just need to mark them from the inside and then start cutting them. Well, I've got all the seams caulked and around the blast gates themselves. It's not too pretty, but it'll work. Well, I've got the manifold mounted on my dust collector. I had to get a little creative. Everybody's dust collector is going to be a little bit different unless you have this exact same one. And even then, I don't know how this is going to hold up over time, but for now, I'm good with it. I've got the safety wire here with the turnbuckles on both sides. That's going to prevent this from moving down and side to side. This was designed to fit right underneath here, and I've got some plastic wedges that are put in there to hold this in place. Now when I put the top in, this is a sample piece of the top. It's not going to go all the way down and be flush with the top, and that was by design because I know that I want it to hit this part of the dust collector so it doesn't move around. Anyways, all that being said, I need to put some caulk around the inside of this and around the outside of this, and then let it sit for 24 hours, and then I'll put the top on. Well, it's the next morning and all this caulk is dried. I did end up putting some foil HVAC tape around this opening. That should help some too. So I just need to put this top on here, and it's a pretty tight fit, and I want it to be a tight fit. Now these are the different parts I received from Rockler. First is their dust right hose, and this stuff is really cool. It starts out as a 4-foot section, but then can expand out to 28 feet, and it goes back to the smaller form factor, which I really like. This is a connection to hook up to a tool, this is a connection to hook up to a hose, and this is the quick disconnect handle. So I need to make my shop mobile and actually push it all over to one side. All I have to do is grab this, pull it off the machine, and then I can hang it with one of these hangers. So this is how the hoses will store on the front of the manifold on those hooks. All I have to do is disconnect them from the machine, coil the hose up a little bit, and stick them on the front. Now with everything all set up, I can just unhook this. I've got a quick disconnect fitting here and a quick disconnect down here. All I have to do is hook it up, and then I can just leave it hooked up until I'm ready to break the shop down and move everything back over. Well, it's all complete and set up. I've got one hose going to my anchor router table, one hose going to my jet joiner planer, and then the third hose goes down and it's split between my table saw and my bandsaw. I will have to move that one hose, but that's very easy compared to what I used to have to do. Now all I have to do to choose the machine is just go over and open up a blast gate. Now I knew there was going to be some turbulence on the inside of that box. I lost about 11% of my CFM. It went from 748 down to 670, which is still really, really good. It's a 3 horsepower dust collector, and it's a single hose going to it instead of going through a lot of ducting. So it's very efficient, very powerful.